What is up, Virgo? Welcome to your tarot reading. We're gonna start with a Creator's Oracle card just to see what the energy is right now. Some tarot for predictions of what's coming up ahead for you. Some Oracle. Then we're gonna touch on your ex-partner just to see where they're at, what they're doing, or whatever. And then we're gonna go on to the person on your mind. So that's gonna be whoever you're thinking about the most. Could be new love, could be past love, could be yourself. I don't know. But let's get started here. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your likes, subscriptions, comments. If you scheduled a tarot reading, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Stop, dropping ground. Stop, dropping ground is what you're getting, Virgo, right now. So, yeah. I like it. It's very earthy, just like you, right? Sometimes we want to have control of everything, Virgo, but we can only control so much. And it could, wanting to control everything around us or not understanding why things are happening around us will make us feel unbalanced. And I feel like connecting to Earth, grounding yourself with Earth is a very good reminder that we all coexist and we all have love and we need to have patience, right? And we got to find a way. Let me see what that means in the booklet. Number 31, stop, dropping ground. Mindful mindful presence, finding joy, blending hobby and duty, a pause in the day, connections with friends and family, exercise and self-care, nutrition, gifting yourself unconditional love. That's what it is. That's what it is, Virgo. That's pretty cool. I mean, focus on yourself. Make sure that you are giving yourself plenty of love, as is so much easier to favor others in order to, to get validation from others. Some people get super lost in the fact that they want other people to like them. And it's like, no, like yourself, love yourself, sometimes. Granted, we do have children, and children are like it's something that you must take care of regardless, right? Don't be selfish when it comes to that. But when it comes to like strangers or other people that you don't know, you're always first. Remember that. It's a responsibility. There we go. Children are a responsibility. I see blockages right now. You might feel like things are just very difficult for you. Things don't move forward. Virgo, things don't move forward. There's information coming towards you. There's also like information that is blocking your path, saying like, oh shoot, I wanted to do this, and now because what's happening here, or the information that is being given to me out of nowhere, it is making me reschedule or do things way different than I thought I was going to be able to do. Okay. There's also love coming in for you. Yeah, there's love coming in for you, Virgo. Okay. You just got to be a little bit more emotionally available. Okay. All right, here we go. Either way, you're standing your ground. Let's see. What's coming towards Virgo? The Tower. So this is the Tower signifies a breakup in a relationship. When it comes to you and predictions, it means that there's something happening around you that you were not expecting, meaning that something does not go through, something doesn't happen. It could also be that, towers are mainly very, I wouldn't say negative, but they're like surprising, but sometimes towers could be good, like in a way of what you wanted. It's not given to you because of X reason, and then in the future you're gonna find out that it wasn't the right time or it wasn't the best idea at the moment. But the Tower is the sudden realization that whatever you're creating, whatever you're doing, whatever's happening around you, it's about a shift, it's about a change. Some plans might get canceled, right? Maybe you're gonna find out that You know, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether applying for a loan, job, or even a relationship. Not necessarily applying, but if you're in a relationship or something like that. Again, look, 10 of Wands. There's blockages around you. So the Tower signifies that, if you're dealing with any of those factors, it could signify that the relationship does not go through, the job gets taken away, and that it's not given to you, and you got to apply somewhere else, or the loan requires additional information, or they maybe you just get rejected. Okay, so I see blockages. I feel like it's pushing you to be more lighthearted when it comes to like everything that is going around you. I feel like you are trying to start something new, whether get a new job, go into a new relationship. Some of you guys are breaking up and starting to like be single, starting to I don't know, a new journey, with the Fool. Okay, there's a new leap of faith coming up ahead of you, and with the Fool, it's that energy where you don't know what's gonna happen, but it's that energy and that feeling of like, you know, fuck it, I have nothing else. I have nothing else to do, or I have nothing else. I just gotta go for it and trust that everything's gonna be fine. Um, you could be breaking up with somebody, or someone could be breaking up with you, and you're saying, okay, whatever, like I'm cool. Like I know I can manifest something better. Same thing with jobs and loans here. I see you very, very indecisive when it comes, when it comes to the next 30 days or so. Like you're very indecisive, like you're trying to find middle ground on things. There's also a lot of things going on in your head. I don't see you as like mentally stressed, but I do see you like contemplating on things, you know, not knowing which direction to go, or where to apply, who to talk to when it comes to love and stuff like that. It's just very undecided. I think the Two of Swords is like telling you that there's more information needed. Don't worry. The reason why you can't choose is because obviously you need more information. So ask, follow, um, I don't know, demand information. It also, the Two of Swords also, it's one of those cards where if you cannot get the information physically or talking to a person, to follow your intuition and kind of like ask your intuition what really is going on around you, and your intuition is going to be able to tell you somewhat of what might happen, and what could happen in the certain situation there. Okay. So there is some sort of like benefit when it comes to like money, finances, and career for you. There is some sort of like, um, I don't know, mutual agreement. There's like teamwork type of energy. So if you're like doing projects and stuff like that, like, there's people kind of supporting you and wanting to know like, what can I do here? Like they want you to lead, Virgo, but at the same time, it's like it's more of a group environment. So I feel like, again, when it comes to like work and career, there's some sort of, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, you need to like step up and let them know really what you can show or provide for them, kind of prove yourself. Maybe you have a lot of experience and they're like, oh, Virgo is going to let us know what's up, because Virgo's been here doing this for the longest. So I feel like you are being looked up as some sort of a leader or somebody who has a lot of experience, and you're needed at work. If this is some sort of contract money or something to do with finances, there is help, and you are going to be able to negotiate, mediate some sort of, some sort of money coming towards you. Okay. It's not all the way given to you. I feel like there's still like something you have to do, like talk or do some sort of interview or something like that to be able to get this. So the Three of Pentacles is like coming together and kind of like assessing something, if it's money or finances, wages or whatever. It's like, where you at, where you want to be, and what have you done, and it's kind of like an interview type of thing. And then, there's going to be a decision made to see if you get it, you get the raise the money or the loan, and go from there. The Sun card, overall best card to have in the tarot deck, legitimately. It is, if you're having a downtime right now, Virgo, if you're a little lost, there is some sort of like, light being shined at the end of the tunnel for you. You do have the Hermit, which is you. But the Hermit energy is one of those energies where like you go deep inside, where you're trying to figure out what you really want in life. Even if you have the best job, even if you have the best relationship, there's still something that you're still like processing, needing to like understand, and it feels like life has a little bit more for you, yet you don't know where and how to achieve that or how to go towards that. And so that Hermit is like introspection of you going inside and understanding really what you want and what your soul is telling you, because we're soul, mind, and body. And yeah, it's complicated to communicate to communicate and find out really what you want, because the body gets addicted to a certain person, a certain substance, a certain idea, and then the mind has this, the mind is autonomous. So like the mind will tell you things, play you tricks, and then your soul is like, if you're disconnected, it's like it's gonna be hard for you to understand and then communicate with your soul with what you want to do. And like all three, beings that you carry or that forms you have different plans and different thoughts and different wants, believe me. So it gets a little confusing. There's gonna be seasons where you're gonna want to connect to your soul. There's gonna be years where you're gonna be all about your intellectual side, and there's gonna be times where sometimes we're gonna fall into like letting our bodies you know run the show, and we're gonna lose track. Either some people are gonna get big, or they're gonna get unhealthy due to addictions and stuff like that, or some people are going to be like fit, and they're going to focus on their health and eat healthier and stuff like that. And that's the body talking, saying, hey, I want to change, I want something different. It's funny how that works. But yeah, Sun card here again, there's going to be a solution to everything. If not, there's going to be elimination. If there's, let's say that I don't want to promise you like fake things, but Sun card signifies that there is some sort of enlightenment to everything, like that aha moment, or that, oh yeah, this is happening for this reason. I had the Tower because I needed to disconnect from there and find this other opportunity that is a lot better. Okay, so don't feel bad. I feel like you are protected. I feel like you are guided, and I feel like you have everything at your disposal right now to like get and transform yourself, and just shape your future. That's the hardest part, is like, like we don't need to live in the future nor the past, is the present moment. But like forming the present moment requires a lot of dedication and a lot of strength, because a lot of people are weak nowadays. And as soon as something goes wrong, they choose to disconnect. They choose to say, F it, I don't want anything, And then it's again that cycle again of like, there's something in life that you gotta do. But it's okay, you got this. I know that if you stop, drop, and ground yourself like you have here, I think you're gonna find the idea. And it doesn't mean you have to drop everything you're doing and just focus on that one dream. It could mean that every weekend, every other day, every month, you focus on what you want to do later on, and you start forming. You're planting the seed, right? I'm not saying to take your time, and I'm not saying to like discard your dreams. I'm just saying like sometimes it's okay to go slow, but if you have time, if you really want it, go for it, go after it, whether it's love, whether it's finances, whether it's career. Give me 3 cards for Virgo. You had 400 buckets of ice water dumped on you. What's going on, Taylor? Give me 3 cards for Virgo. There it is. Okay, your three cards, Virgo, are communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out. Okay, talk. Especially if you're wanting some sort of, like bonus, or if you think you deserve more in the company, or if you're trying to get something. Um, every time I come to the live, everybody messages me. It's weird. I don't know if it's because like I log into my MacBook or what, but like people are just literally nonstop messaging. Anyways, communicate, compromise, forgive, and work it out. Again, sell yourself, make yourself shine, be confident, right? Don't lie, I mean, but also be very bold and confident, I will say. Like, don't over exaggerate things, because that's when the tower happens, when you're like, yeah, heck yeah, I can fly a freaking rocket to the moon. Like, okay. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you have a air sign, maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that is, um, very significant here. I feel like that might be some sort of love offer, or some sort of like romantic type of energy here, with that air sign, because you do have commitment. Things are getting serious. So you're about to meet somebody in the next 30 days, Virgo, that might actually want to commit to you. And I like it because you do have the sun here. Um, before I pulled out the cards, there was that Knight of Cups, and I think at the beginning I said, "Hey, there's also love for you in the next 30 days." And yep, there you go, commitment. Things are getting serious. Doesn't mean that you're gonna get married or anything like that. It means that like you go from somewhat talking to a person to like, "Hey, I'm more interested in you. Like, I want to see where this could go," or maybe somebody's inviting you out, or you're inviting someone out. Okay. Those are your predictions and kind of like what you're going to have happening in the next 30 days. I know it's not that much, but it is what it is, right? Thousands of tarot readers. I know you're probably listening to a lot, but I appreciate you listening to me. I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm more realistic, right? Real life stuff. I'm not going to talk about like your, I don't know, your alien leaders from some sort of galaxy and stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna talk about that. All right, let's talk about your ex. Your ex is your ex. I know not a lot of people like this part of the reading, but just bear with me. After this one, after the ex, we're gonna go on to the person on your mind. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles, the Devil. Either somebody's still dealing with addiction, somebody's still very toxic. You guys can't seem to like, or maybe even you, Virgo, can't seem to like forget about your ex yet, even though you guys already stopped talking to each other. You guys don't see each other talk or anything like that. You guys ghosted each other. And it feels like either way, there's still some sort of like energetic tie or energetic connection still, pretty strong there. If it's not you, it's going to be them. Okay. Seven of Swords. You don't trust this person. They don't trust you either. Something's not right in this connection. Obviously, well, it hasn't been right. Tell me about the ex. What's the ex energy like? All right, this person ain't doing anything. They're still kind of thinking about you. This person, look at that. The Emperor and the Sun. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Leo. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck as I pull like this person's energy. This person is getting a lot of healing, but at the same time, they're still interested, but they're not making a move. Okay. I don't think they're gonna make a move, but they're still interested in you, and they could be going through life saying, "Hey, I moved on," or posting pictures of them, like getting lap dance, or getting like I don't know, going out and having fun, but at the same time, I feel like there's still some sort of energy connecting each other or connecting them to you. They're still interested in you, but it feels like again they're acquiring healing when it comes to this situation and additional information, and that could be that you might be moving on from them or something like that. But they're whatever it is that they're coming up, or they're they're finding out about you here with the sun. It feels like they even get more interested on you for some reason. Okay, they're not gonna make a move, so don't expect this person to be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? You know, who's that? Or, how you been? Don't expect communication. Don't expect any moves, because the emperor doesn't do stuff like that. The emperor just sits there and looks pretty, but they're still like they still there's some sort of interest. They still want to like say that they could still have you, even though, if they wanted to, they could still have you, but they're not gonna do anything about it. Okay, they might also be flexing just so you get some sort of feeling, or some sort of, to get you to get into some sort of way. I don't know if they're trying to make you jealous, or if they're trying to get you to, look back and say, oh damn, I missed out that, with this X, because they look better, they're doing better, whatever. Whatever it is that they're doing is like just to show it off. Okay, how does this X feel about Virgo right now? They're contemplating. They're not doing anything about it, but they're contemplating about, making a forward movement on you, like wanting to talk. I still don't see them doing anything at the moment. Seven of Pentacles signifies like that moment, that pivotal point of whether if you want to continue to like invest in this connection or move forward to a new one. They're still like in that crossroads, kind of like the Two of Wands, the fork on the road where you got to choose right or left. That's the Seven of Pentacles is like kind of similar to that, but with the Pentacles, it signifies that they're looking into like long term. They're looking into like, is this a good idea for me to invest my energy, my money, and my time in this connection? Because I've gone so far, and this could be as good as it gets. It's also doubt, because they feel like it might not be any better than it was before. Okay, so they feel like they do want to come forward, but at the same time, as like, again, they're confused whether if they want to or not. I feel like somebody's still stuck on you, even if they're dealing with someone else. They still think of you, they still remember you. It's like it feels fresh still, even if it's been 2-3 years. It still feels fresh for them. Okay, but they have a lot of good energy, and they've been able to like move forward. They've been able to like talk to other people. They've been able to get out there and do better things. I feel like in the next 30 days, your ex is definitely gonna achieve healing, and they're gonna make that decision. Okay, whether to contact you or not. But they're trying very hard, and they're choosing to not say anything. Yeah, this person's gonna swallow their pride. This person's not gonna let you know anything, how they feel, how they've been, reminiscing about you, how they miss you. They're not gonna say anything. They're just gonna take it to the grave. I feel like they see this as a missed out opportunity, and as much as they want to communicate with you, they feel like it's a bad idea. It's not right. It triggers their feelings. It triggers tears. Whenever they think about you as well. So it's just, I don't think so. Plus, they don't trust you at all, Virgo, whatever that means to you, whether, you did something wrong or not. But they're saying that they don't trust you. They don't know. They're confused about it, okay? All right, that's pretty much one more card, and then should be pretty much it. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Okay, Virgo, there you go. Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks so much for checking in. Tyler and V Love Tarot. Hey, you read tarot too? You want to collab with me? Do a live together or something? So that's what I have for you, Virgo, okay? When it comes to the X. Now we're going to go into the person on your mind. So I'm going to pull some energy for what's going on in the situation, see if you recognize the energy, and then we're going to pull some cards on how they feel about you and how you feel about them. and then we're going to see what is a possible outcome in this connection. Okay, you could be dealing with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as I split the deck. But I feel like you're investing, you're bold, and you're making decisions, and you're wanting to do things when it comes to this situation, whether it's to end it or whether it's to like initiate something. Okay, so it's gonna be different for you guys. I do have the death card, so for some of you guys, it's like a fire sign that just didn't work out with. You're like calling it quits or something like that. You're saying that's it, no more, or they're saying that to you. With that death card, to me, when it comes to a connection or relationship, it signifies that pretty much it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna move forward right now. Unless somebody has some sort of like huge change and transformation. But mostly it signifies that, the connection is so difficult, or, you could say the connection is already dead, that you're beating a dead horse. What's up, Veronica? How are you? All right, here we go. Tell me about the situation with Virgo. Person on their mind right now. The devil. You guys felt very restricted, or not restricted. Well, yeah, maybe restricted, or you guys had to hide this connection for some reason, is what I'm getting. It could also be that you guys there was like substance abuse, or there was some sort of like toxicity when it comes to the connection. Like somebody was overpowered, somebody was jealous all the time. Somebody wanted attention time. That could be you, Virgo, or them. This is going to be the energy of the situation. It's not particularly your energy nor their energy, so it's going to be a mix. Okay, so make it, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, don't force it to fit. Okay, but the devil does signify that there was substance abuse, and also it could be that someone was obsessed, somebody wanted something, when somebody wanted to force something on someone. It could also be that you or them couldn't stop thinking about each other, touching each other when you guys, were alone or whatever, or the sun card. So we have Capricorn, we have Leo here. A lot of things were eliminated. This connection was one of those where it made you feel really good, but it also made you feel really, really, really bad. Like when you had no communication, or when you didn't get things the way you wanted. It could be that you went off and drank. It could be that it put you on depression or something like that. It got you thinking different. It got you feeling different. It got you not being yourself. But when they were there with you, when you had communication, when everything was good, like it made you feel so good. Like this was your life partner, like this was your twin flame, which I do not believe in twin flame. More than that, like it made you feel really good, or this could be them. It made them feel really good. Okay, remember, this is the energy of the connection. Yeah. So Hierophant could be a Taurus as well that you're dealing with, but in the end, I feel like because the devil came out. The devil's never a good card. It's never a good card, even when it's a new person. And I've said before, like sometimes it's good because it just signifies that you guys cannot get enough of each other. But once you already have or embrace that energy of the devil there, where you guys need to be together all the time, it grows into something more toxic or more difficult, or more darker, because you guys get in this idea of we need to do everything together. We need to, have everything, and there's codependency. That's how codependency transforms, right? Granted, yeah, you guys just met, and yeah, like it feels good to be, all the time with that person, but you're creating something else there. I don't know. Life is weird. Humans are weird. You might not agree with that, but that's how I see it right now. The Hierophant, yeah, you guys wanted long term, or you felt like this was going to be long term. When it came to this connection, okay, I feel like this was one of those connections where you guys either broke up, came back together, or you guys like disappeared and then came back together again. It was like on and off type of energy. Because the judgment is like coming out here. I feel like this is somebody that you've been on and off with, and not necessarily like someone that you've been in a relationship. It's just like a connection that like you can't explain it, but for some reason, like, you know, you guys meet, I don't know, like 3 6 months later, like, you guys meet and you guys have this really good connection, and then you guys go separate ways, and again you guys meet again, so on and off type of thing. I also feel like this was one of those things where like it was really really hard for you to like make a decision, or whoever this is, but someone had a really really hard time needing to see the truth, avoiding the truth as well, and making a final call on this connection. It could be that you were so fixated and codependent on this person that you didn't want to break this connection apart. You gave this person a lot of leverage. You extended the leash, not the leech, the leash for this person, so they could do whatever it is that they wanted to. But then at the same time, you're like, hey, come back over here. You had your freedom. Now it's all about me. So it's like you kind of flex. If it's not you, it's going to be them. You kind of flex for them. You kind of like bend over backwards for them because you had a fear and you didn't know if you wanted to cut this connection off or not. Like, I feel like you were dealing with somebody that was like literally a leech. um, you a parasite. No, not a parasite. Um, you're dealing with somebody that was literally was able to come back to you because you let them come back. Like when somebody, when you give, I don't know why I'm getting this like a lot. I just got a pup, but I've always loved dogs since I was a baby. Like, dogs have been my thing, but I don't know why I want to talk about dogs. Maybe your person does love dogs, or maybe you like dogs. I don't know, Virgo. But it's like, when you give like a stray dog, like when you give food, they're always gonna come back. It's not necessarily because they love you, it's because the food is there, when it comes to like a dog that's been on the streets for a long time. So it's like, it's not necessarily because they don't come back because they love you, it's maybe because you allow them to come back, right? Because you keep giving even though after they did whatever it is that they had to do. And yeah. Anyways, I feel like there's a judgment, and the Seven of Pentacles to me is like, either you made a some sort of decision about this, like to finally end it or give this person another chance. Even for some of you guys, it's gonna be different. Okay, either you chose to like end this for good, Virgo, if this was like a problematic type of connection. But for some of you Virgos, this is somebody coming from the past that you haven't moved on from, and now they want to redo another cycle, and you're like, I don't know if I want to resurface this. I don't know if I want to continue this. I don't know if this is a good idea. It's like, that's the kind of the energy with the Seven of Pentacles, is like, let me think about it. Let me ask my people. Let me ask my friends. Let me see if this is, let me get a tarot reading, or let me talk to a psychic, see if this is something that, I should be like going into. Maybe that's what you're saying. One more card. You know that this is going to take a long time for you to like change, or for this to be like good. This is going to be like something where you're going to have to put in a lot of work and not see results, or just sit there and be quiet and let the action speak, but in long term, not like, let's get back together, we're madly in love again, and we're 21 again. It's not like that. It's more like you're gonna be guarded. It's more like, well, I know you're acting right now, but show me 2 years from now how you're gonna be. Like, it's that type of energy with the Knight of Pentacles. Is like, I don't think I don't think you're gonna see this person's originality or who they truly are until like later on, if they're asking for another opportunity. If you're cutting a connection out, Virgo, if you're thinking about, or if somebody like giving you the boot, it's like because they don't see growth, they don't see anything, or it's just moving too slow, it's like it's more toxic than anything. It could be that you guys drink more than love each other. Maybe it's just a connection where it's just to go out and have fun rather than to build some sort of foundation for the both of you guys, to have a family, to have, if not a family, to have just a home where you can just come home and be happy, that you're home and share life with this person. And I don't feel like that's going on here. Okay, it feels empty, but it also feels very codependent. Let's see how they feel about you, Virgo. Let me see how they feel about you. How do they feel about Virgo right now? Eight of Pentacles, they want to work on this situation. They want to put effort. They also know that you're watching them. They also know that they're going to be under watch, like on watch by you. Like whatever it is that they do, whatever they say, it's going to be put under the microscope, and you're going to be like, what are you doing? So they feel the pressure. They do want to work on this connection, this situation, but also they know that it's going to be kind of hard and difficult because they're going to be put, there's going to be like restrictions and stuff like that. They're going to get judged right away on whatever it is they do or they say or what they're not doing or they're not saying as well. How does this person feel about Virgo? Yeah, they're waiting on you. They're also very, very sad about you. Like they just feel like they need you. They want you. They hurt you, but at the same time, it's like they're having a hard time trying to like understand and process. I feel like they're crying about you. I feel like they're telling their friends about you. They're crying in front of their friends, like all full of tears and snob and everything. And whether that's a guy or not, is like I just want Virgo back. They're waiting on you. It's like they're waiting on you to make a decision, Virgo. They're also saying that you're not willing to talk or you're not willing to budge. Like you're acting very tough. You're acting like very defensive. Like you're not budging at all for them. Like you have no. Like you can't hear them out anymore. Like they can beg for 24 hours and you'll be like, but you're still a dirty dog. That's how they feel about you. But they do want a connection with you. Like they're waiting on you. Three of Wands is like, okay, I need the green light from Virgo, and then I'll be there. But part of them also says that it just there's too much pain and there's too much drama there, too much hurt for you to like accept them back or give them another opportunity if this is someone that is trying to come back. If you already cut this person out, is like that's the thing. They already know that you might not. Once a Virgo, I think, makes up their mind, that's pretty much what it is. I don't think I've dealt with a Virgo like that. I mean, I did. My son's, mom is a Virgo, but she was like right on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. So I think no, that wasn't her. I forgot her birthday. Oops. But she was a Virgo though. And we clashed a lot, like she just hated the fact that I wanted to have fun, that I wanted to do things, that I wanted to buy cars and stuff like that. And she just hated that about me. So I don't know, if you're dealing with the Leo, that's what's happening, I guess. Let's see how you feel about them. You want a divorce? You want a divorce, or you want some sort of like you're already making your judgment call here. Well, not as a judgment, but like you're making your it's like a justice call, third party situation. Maybe they cheated on you, they did something behind your back that you're not able to heal from anymore, and you're saying like, I already have my, like, I'm trying to get my peace. I don't know if I want to like accept any more offers from you. It's like you're blocking somebody because you know, like, they've been dealing with someone else, or they don't know what they want. It's like, did you have to mess up so bad to understand that I was the one? You know, like, what about Virgo's heart? You know, what about them? Like, yeah, you still love them. Like, well, you're not like obsessed with them. Six of Cups is like you hold this person like near to your heart or in your heart, and you're always gonna have this person in your heart. But it feels like you're just not budging. You're just not. You're contemplating. You're meditating on whether if you should give this another opportunity. But it feels like, it feels like you already know that the universe has already made that final call for you, or has already shown you enough for you to understand that it's not a good idea to go back here. This is maybe somebody that that you've known for a long time, or you feel very comfortable, or you feel very happy with. Again, with the Sun and the Devil, I feel like this connection was really good, but then when it wasn't moving forward, or when it got a little toxic, it was really, really bad, really, really dark. And on your side, you have love, you have genuine love for this person, and I feel like you're always gonna have that, but it doesn't mean that you have to, like, let them, stump all over you, right? Two of Wands, you're still trying to make a decision. So, the the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Wands is still like needing to make that decision. And the Two of Wands, again, it's kind of like the Seven of Pentacles, but the Two of Wands, when it shows, is like, you must choose now, left or right. Is that fork in the road? Are you gonna go, east, or are you gonna go west? It's like, you have to make a choice, yes or no. You know, you could also have someone else in your surroundings, Virgo, or you're about to find or meet somebody new that is going to make it very, very difficult. It's funny how this works, like, somebody comes back to you, you meet somebody new right away, or you meet someone new, and then the past person literally shows up out of nowhere, like, how you been? Hey. And you're like, what the, we didn't talk for years, and now that I find somebody, like, you're right there. Hey. Oh God, that's crazy. I feel like you're still gonna be confused. You need to make a decision, though. It's gonna be up to you. This person is also waiting on your decision. Okay, I think it all falls on your lap here, or it's gonna be all this connection, whether if it moves forward, or if it just dies and stops here. It's gonna be up to you, Virgo. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And you have, ooh, that one's a strong one. I cannot make that one up. I cannot make that one up, okay? It says, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Some of you guys are going to choose to just cut this person out. Remember that I shuffle the cards until the cards pop out. I do not, pick your cards or anything like that. Uh, um, some of you Virgos are choosing to move on and then find someone else, okay? Or you're about to meet somebody. I feel like you're about to meet someone else. If you don't have two people in your life right now where you got to choose between one and the other, I feel like you're about to meet someone else that is going to be like, I don't know. I don't know, new or old, new or old. Because you look at the wands here in this tarot deck, this one has green. This one has, growth. It's new, right? Very solid, very long term. This one is more of, because of the water, this one's more of like, you already love them. You already have this emotional connection with them, So it's like, follow the heart or follow the new. That could be, it's fresh. Could not necessarily where you're not necessarily like emotionally in love with this person, but like, it could be that there's a lot of opportunity there because of the green and the growth and the possibilities, you know, rather than the emotions that go up and down and stuff like that. Okay. What is the possible outcome of this connection here? If the death card comes out, we already know. Okay, star card, okay. Oof. And the Fool. And the Page of Swords. Some of you guys are going to give this person another chance. We have another, we have another go around. We have another cycle. You guys are going to entertain each other. You guys are going to talk to each other, see where this goes. I feel like from a point of view, you wanted clarity, you wanted healing, you still had hope on this connection, okay? And I feel like you're getting to do that. For some of you guys, you're getting to like redo this, reconnect to this person. If you don't want this person back, don't take them back. Please don't. Don't you ever let the cards, choose your path or me tell you what to do, obviously, especially in a general reading. But if for some of you guys is like, I also feel like you're going to choose the new. For you guys that, if you wait 30 more days, I feel like you're going to meet somebody and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's what Rigo was talking about. Like, I still have feelings for the other person, but this new person is like, anything is possible with this new person. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to choose the new leap of faith, go with the new person. If it's not that, it's like you guys are going to choose to like self-heal, self-love for a little bit. Okay. Most of you guys are going to choose the new, 100%. Most of you guys. But because the star card came out on the possible outcome, I got to say, for some of you guys are going to give this person another opportunity because that's something you've been hoping, you've been wishing. And that's only for the people that have been like praying for this person to come back, There they are, Miracle accomplished. But some of you guys are like, heck no, Rigo, I don't want no freaking ex back. I want you. You're going to have a new person. So get ready for that, Virgo. Get ready for that. All right, so we're going to do the 12 zodiac signs now. So starting with the Aries, see what their actions or intentions are going to be towards you, Virgo. Let me just get this together and shuffle. By the way, I opened up the private reading, so go to the channel community. There's a way to contact me right there. There's a number you can text me if you want to text, or an email if you want to email me. And some of the prices, I'm still doing free tarot readings here and there, but don't expect them to be like every day or every other Friday. It's gonna be like randomly. Sometimes, yeah, it might be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sometimes it's not gonna be. It's not gonna happen in a month or so, but it's just gonna be random, okay? All right. If you're dealing with an Aries, I feel like the Aries is obsessed with you. It's weird because the Aries, they're showing up here as the Emperor as well. The Aries does want you, but it's some sort of like fantasy that they have with you, and it's not like I don't know if that's a red flag for me, but I don't know, Virgo. But this Aries is gonna make an effort pretty soon, so expect forward movement or some sort of communication with this Aries. They really want you. But they're also, I don't know if you ever dealt with an Aries, but Aries are like really tough, really hard, and kind of aggressive. Why am I saying that? I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, let's go. Taurus. If you're dealing with a Taurus, no forward movement, blockages, 10 of Wands. It's not gonna happen, okay? Nothing's gonna happen with the Taurus. If you were supposed to meet up with a Taurus, or if a Taurus is inviting you out, the plans are gonna get canceled. It's not gonna happen. Gemini, if you're dealing with Gemini, If you're dealing with a Gemini, ooh, Gemini is crazy as fuck. Careful with the Gemini. The Gemini right now, I feel like they're stuck between, I don't know, like trying to find Jesus um, and like substance abuse or drug abuse or something negative. It could also be that the Gemini is in the healing journey when it comes to like actions and you know and forward movement with you. I feel like it's not gonna happen because things are gonna things are gonna happen to the Gemini exteriorly to you guys. I do have a Gemini here that is gonna say that they're obsessed with you, but it's gonna be very toxic, very negative. So that's definitely a red flag. Gemini, Cancer. The Cancer, if you're dealing with a Cancer right now and you guys suddenly stop moving forward, I feel like they're coming back. This Cancer has something to do or something to take care of, but now they're choosing to come forward and take you out, date you, have a one night stand. They're really sexual when it comes to you. Like, I don't know, for some reason they're coming in very passionate and sexual towards you. If you're dealing with a Leo, if you're dealing with a Leo, whoa, jeez. What is this? What's going on? Freaking cards are flying, literally. This King of Wands literally just went on my hand, like just it traveled literally like that all the way up to here when it popped out of the deck. It's crazy. So the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, watch out because we have somebody here who's very interested in you, Virgo. This fire sign does want forward movement. They're also very passionate when it comes to you, and I mean, like they got a big wand down there ready to give it to you. If not, it's the opposite, right? It's whatever. But we have somebody here who is all about like forward movement, wanting to take you out, date you out, and eat you out, whatever that means. Ugh. All right, Leos are crazy. If you're dealing with another Virgo, the Virgo wants. Oh yeah, the Virgo thinks that this is a good connection. They do see you as a very, like their best suitor to have. Like you guys have a lot of potential of like becoming, I don't know, like married or, like a couple. They're looking forward to you. Like they have a lot of fun with you and they're going to invite you out to do something. Okay. Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, I'm like processing, beep, 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 processing Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, I feel like this connection felt like you guys were like twin flames. I don't know why I keep saying twin flames. I should stop saying twin flames. It's just not real. Anyways, if you're dealing with the Scorpio, the connection felt really good, but it's just gonna die out of nowhere, or it's not gonna go anywhere because I have the Four of Cups. Someone chose to pick someone else rather than you. I'm saying that the Scorpio chose someone else. Sagittarius. Wait. I skipped Libra, huh? Let's see, Libra. If you're dealing with a Libra, they want to reconnect, but they're also confused on what they want. So this Libra could probably lose your time, or they just don't know what they want, okay? But they do, like, they're showing effort, but at the same time, like, they don't know what they want. They also have options. Okay, so I did Scorpio, then Sagittarius, right? If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, and I'm already confused everybody. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Sagittarius is acting a little, immature. They're also like curious about you in bed. they're gonna make you an offer. Something's gonna come from the Sagittarius. So expect forward movement. Expect some sort of offer, some sort of invitation from the Sagittarius. But they're also very like passionate about you. Like there's something about the Sagittarius that they want from you physically. So Sagittarius, Capricorn. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, Capricorn is a no-go. 10 of Wands, blockages. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, the Aquarius is trying to choose between you and someone else, and also it feels like the Aquarius is emotionally unavailable. Boom. that's literally the air sign Aquarius. Pisces. No go with the Pisces. It's definitely a definite ending, or it's ending. They're looking somewhere else. There might be going towards a fire sign. Sorry, Virgo, but the Pisces is saying not today. That's all I got. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, being here with me throughout this whole life. I appreciate you. I am gonna do a free tarot readings in a couple of minutes. Okay, so stay tuned if you're trying to get a free tarot readings from me. Okay. I gotta go through my deck here. Happy Friday, by the way. Bye.